Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Three Buck Theater. Welcome to 2024. And I want to talk to you guys today about my plans for the channel going forward. Now, I know a lot of you know me from doing Hollywood After Dark, a nightly podcast where we discuss all the happenings of the industry with a lot of potty humor and adult jokes kind of peppered in. And that's not going away, but that is being scaled back because I do want to focus more on talking about movies, actually sitting down, watching, and engaging with films and discussing them in ways that not only brings me some happiness, but hopefully brings you guys some happiness, because I do feel that largely that is one thing that is missing from this overall community. We spend so much time talking about the what's coming or the what's happening rather than the what is. There are a ton of movies that are coming out in the first half of the year that are going to be quite interesting. There's a ton of movies coming out in the back half of the year that are going to be pretty amazing and pretty wild. And I'm going to be talking about all of those in future videos. But mostly what I want to do is focus on watching as many movies as I can and talking about them. And I do want to find a way to incorporate that into, let's say, patio commentary and going into deep dives and giving my thoughts and my opinions. And I'm still working out the particulars on that. But in the meantime, I just want to get back to having a good time. I just want to get back to having good conversations. And let me give you guys a reason as to why I'm kind of feeling this way. So I have a new job, for those of you who don't know. I drive people around. Last night, New Year's Eve, I'm taking a woman home who had just gotten back into town from San Diego, where she is visiting her son, who's very ill. And we get to talking about it, right? Because I'm from San Diego. In fact, I only lived about 19 miles away from where her son lives. We got to talking about just like movies in general. And like I was telling her about my going to film school and everything on that front. And we started talking just about newer films. And I happened to mention Dial of Destiny, a movie that has been very maligned across the internet, unfairly, I might say. But she starts telling me that she saw the movie and she thought that it was not going to be great, but she ended up really liking it. And I told her that I loved it, but I also was a bit had a bit of trepidation going into watching it simply because of all of the online hatred that it got, never mind the Metacritic or the Rotten Tomatoes stuff from the Venice premiere. But I told her as I was watching it how much I loved it, how much it made me feel, how much it reminded me just how much of Indiana Jones I love. And she also expressed her love for Indiana Jones. And then I said, what's funny is that this movie is kind of a spiritual successor to Temple of Doom, which is my favorite Indiana Jones movie, but my favorite all-time movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark. And she goes, my son also loves Temple of Doom. It's his favorite Indiana Jones movie. And in that conversation, I could sense her mentality, her entire mindset shifting from worrying about her son, about the condition that he is in. And I don't know what it is. I wasn't prying, but also talking about how much they love Indiana Jones and what Indiana Jones means to them. And not only that, what Indiana Jones means to me. So in that moment, it's almost like we're having this colloquial experience. Her and I are discussing this, but she's clearly thinking about her kid and she's thinking about him and what is going to make, like what positive memories she can have in this moment where she is clearly struggling as a parent. And to me, that got me thinking on the drive back after dropping her off, was just like, this is what movies are. Movies are meant to bring us together. They're not meant to divide us. For this isn't a culture war nonsense type situation. We love movies. That's why we talk about them. That's why we watch them all the time. And that's something that I really want to focus on getting back to. In fact, even this morning, right, the first movie of the year I watched was I sat down with my kid this morning and we watched Super Mario Brothers, the movie. It's at least my 15th time watching that film, and it has not yet gotten old. I love it even more every time I watch it. And then after that, we still had a little bit of time to kill, so we watched the original Chicken Run, a movie I haven't seen in like 23 years, and I forgot how good and oddly dark that film is. And I want to talk about both of those in greater detail, and that's just what I'm going to do. That's just what I'm going to do. I want to do that for this channel, and I want you guys to come along with me on that ride. Don't worry, there will still be live streams. We'll do at least one Hollywood After Dark a week, if not more, depending on what's going on. And of course, there's still Boulder Talk Radio, which is going to cover kind of everything that's happening. I want to make sure that this year we're focusing more on what we love versus what we don't. And on that note, I hope you guys will leave a comment about a movie you love that you want to talk about, or movies you want me to talk about. And let's just get into it. 2024, man. Let's make it our year. I think it's going to be a great time. All right, everybody. I'll see you later. Peace out.